The daughter merely waved lightly at her father through the window. However, the moment she put on her clothes and prepared to open the door, an eerie scene quietly descended upon them. Lisa never walked out of that room again. Jack stared at the empty hallway, initially thinking his daughter was playing hide and seek. When he opened the door his daughter had just walked through, he discovered her clothes on the floor, and she was nowhere to be seen in the entire living room. Realizing his daughter might be in danger, Jack hurriedly searched throughout the villa, but no matter how hard he looked, there was no trace of Lisa. Unbeknownst to him, Lisa was already in a corridor that didn't belong to this house at all. As Lisa repeatedly called out for her dad, Jack seemed to hear his daughter's voice outside. However, when he pushed open a door on the second floor, he found himself back in the room where his daughter had disappeared. At this point, the house seemed to have transformed into an invisible maze. In an attempt to regain his bearings, Jack hastily grabbed a chair to block the doorway. But when he turned around, the hallway that was originally only 5 meters long had somehow stretched to 50 meters. Jack cautiously walked into the room, only to discover that a door had suddenly appeared on the bookshelf. He speculated that his daughter might be hiding behind that door. Meanwhile, Lisa had reached the end of the corridor, where she found a woman lying motionless in a bathtub. Lisa wanted to greet her, but at that moment, the woman in the bathtub suddenly moved, causing Lisa to scream in terror. Startled by the scream, Jack frantically kicked open the door, only to find himself back in the living room. In desperation, Jack finally found his missing daughter on the stairs. Fortunately, Lisa was only frightened and not physically harmed. But after the bizarre events that had just transpired, he dared not let Lisa out of his sight again. Jack quickly dialed the store owner Mike's number, begging him to lend them a car so they could leave this eerie place. To his shock, Mike informed Jack that he could never leave that villa.